All right then. I apologize for the name butchering. There we go. On to the next. Marissa Lovett. There we go. They're very lucky to get business from referrals, but how can they be expand or how can they promote themselves and expand beyond just referrals? Should they try to, or yeah, should they try to do that and stick with work? There's too many negatives in here, I think, for me. How do I promote myself so that I can expand beyond that? Or should I not try to do that and stick with word of mouth?
I
There we
see.
go. They do shamanic coaching and healing, offering individual sessions online so they can do it effectively anywhere. They do mostly services but offer some educational products, for example, like a PDF file. They also do group classes and coaching through Patreon. And they seem to get some new folks that way as well. And they've also got a Facebook group, and in the past they did free trainings, but haven't been doing as much of this at the moment.
Did you catch anything on the issue they help people with?
Nope. Shamanic coaching and healing. That's it.
Okay. How did you pronounce the name?
Marissa.
It's
Don't hold me to
Marisa.
that.
It's Marisa
I'm
for
not good
sure.
at this game.
Marisa for sure. I have no idea. Um, okay. So Marisa. There are a few thoughts. One is it's great that you're getting referrals. The fact that you're getting referrals says you're good at what you do. If you're not good at what you do, you not only don't get referrals, you get ghosted by people. People just vanish and you never see them again. So if you're getting referrals, that's great. Second is if you're getting referrals, there's a really good chance you could get more referrals. I don't know if you have any systems built around referrals, but most people don't. Almost nobody has a systematic way of getting referrals. They sort of happen. Um, and they tell people, well, the biggest compliment you can give us is to refer a friend, and that's the system. But I'm talking a mechanism by which your clients could tell their friends. There's so many of these. I mean, I remember heard about a fellow who was the author of a book, and people in his membership, he just said, if you ever want us to send somebody you know one of our books, just let us know and we'll send it to them for free. Because they knew that it was, that it comes from a friend, it's likely to be read, and it's great marketing. I mean, a book is a big sales letter, and if somebody reads the book and likes it, they're much more likely to become a client. So that's a way they did it. Or Tammy Johnston from the Financial Guys in Calgary had a day-long workshop called Financial Journeys, and it was a $50 workshop, 75 for couples, and it was a great workshop. I mean, I think like 7 or 8 out of 10 people ended up working with her from attending this workshop. So really good workshop. But then the way she did it is she said, if she'd give everyone at the end a ticket. She says, so this is worth 2 spaces at a future workshop, so they can come for free. So if you know a couple that's struggling with this, please give this to them. Or maybe it was 1 or 2 of them. But you see how it happened. Almost everybody eventually was coming through those. Not they weren't paying, but that's a mechanism. That's a way to do it. It's a tool, and and it can just be okay at a certain point in the relationship. I sit down and have a formal conversation with them about referring people, and that's a mechanism too. It's a system, and so that's that second thought is, do you have any systems? Because if you're already getting them, you could probably get more. Um, and just for people in general, if you're getting referrals, are you making a fuss? Are you really thanking people for those referrals? Because if you don't, it will dry up. And if you keep acknowledging it, thank you, oh my God, you're the best, thank you for sharing the word, that does a lot to emphasize it and have people want to do it again. Third is for service providers in general, the approach I would suggest is developing an hour-long signature workshop and touring that around. If it's local, maybe a bit more than an hour, but 1 hour where you talk about your take on a particular issue. And you say, this is my approach to it. So, of course, Bradley Morris and I are doing that. We do a training once a year on this called Craft and Tour Your Signature Workshop. And that is starting September 12th of 2024, and then it'll be back next year. Magicmedia.com, MAJIK media.com/signature-workshop, I believe. Anyways, you find it if you poke around. So I recommend, whether you do that program or not, just have an hour-long talk. I don't know of a better way for a service provider to get clients than to get up in front of people and talk about what you do. And the great thing is, if you do that talk regularly, it itself becomes a referral mechanism. Because if your clients know that you do this on the regular, they can tell their friend, oh, hey, she does this talk once a month. You should go check it out. And they can go and, and see you for themselves. Also, then, of course, you can make it available on your website. You can invite your clients to share it with people, or you could email your clients once a year. Like, the radio stations do their pledge drives. You could do a kind of a referral drive where you say, hey, I'm looking to get a few more clients this year. Here's a sense of who my ideal client is. If you know somebody like that, could you share this video with them? And just invite them to take a look at it. And that's a mechanism too. So, if you want to have your business really thriving and you want to do it with referrals, that's possible, at least at a certain point in your development. And what makes it possible is if you had like 5 systems, 5 mechanisms by which you get referrals, and where you make it really easy to do that, it can happen. And I would make a distinction though between word of mouth and referrals. Referrals are a subset of word of mouth. Word of mouth means that people talking about you. It doesn't necessarily mean they're suggesting somebody work with you. And there are 3 secrets to word of mouth. I'll just do them quickly, but if you search on YouTube, Tad Hargrave word of mouth, you'll see a video with me in a kilt in Edinburgh where I'm talking about this for 20 minutes. And the basics are this. Least important, but still very important, is making it worthwhile, thanking people for spreading the word, acknowledging them when they spread the word. Sometimes it's, hey, you've sent me so much business, today's session was free. Get out of here. Number 2 is you make it easy for them to spread the word. So if the first one is like 1% of it, this is 9%. This is a big deal. Make it really easy for people to spread the word. And so all these mechanisms I'm talking about are ways of making it easy, if not inevitable, that your ideal clients will be telling their friends. And having a good social media presence makes it easy. Because they can just, oh, I like this video, I'm going to share this one on my social media, and they can be sharing you up all the time on the regular. Yeah, and then the most important though is you got to make it worthwhile. It's got to be worthwhile to spread the word, or so it's got to make it remarkable what you're doing. And it sounds like what you're doing is, and the more we can make it really stand out that this is something unique in the marketplace, the more likely it is that we're going to get people are going to spread the word. But people try to skip that first one. They go right to number 2. They think, how do I make it easy? Well, make it easy to do what? To spread the word. About what? About this really generic thing I'm doing. But that misses the point. If it's generic and it's not effective, you're not really helping people. You're putting the cart before the horse on that one. Yeah.
Lovely. Thanks very much.